Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich. Welcome, Coach.
Great to be back. Good to be back with the team after the holidays, and anxious to get the CAA season started.
Absolutely, Coach. Team is now 10-3, 7-game win streak. As you head into conference play, you're coming off your final non-conference game of the year. Dominating performance over Rosemont. Just your takeaways from that game. Obviously, different type of scenario there.
Yeah, without a doubt. First of all, I mean, it's you kind of divide your conference schedule, your non-conference schedule, your season into three parts. Your non-conference schedule, as I just said, the conference schedule, and then postseason. So the first third of that, we had some success. We did some good things. Have a lot of areas that we need to improve on if we want to do well in the conference. But and we finished it up in a good fashion. You know, everybody plays a non-Division I team. We did that the other day, and we fortunately played well and gave a lot of guys a chance to play, and it was a kind of a feel-good day. So I was happy about that.
Yeah, you mentioned feel-good day. You got some performances. You obviously got to get a lot of guys into the game to get some playing time they had not seen a lot. But you got some decent performances from some of those guys, including like Kenny Wormley, Kevin Schuta, Connor Klementovich, Matija Radovich. Those guys who have not gotten much time on the court this year got to get on the court, and you got to see some good things there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great. I was glad for those guys. They worked so hard, and the other guys are getting the minutes because they deserve them. So it was good for these guys to get on the floor, and also good to not have to play, Justin for 40 minutes and Elijah for 40 minutes and Shaquille Taylor and so and on. So it's good.
One other mention of that game, doesn't matter the opponent, doesn't matter who you're playing, but DeJour Bowie, 10 assists, no turnovers. You do that in a basketball game, that's pretty impressive.
Pretty good.
He's really come on as of late in this whole year, and he's kind of been the unsung hero of your team right now, hasn't he?
Well, with that, you took the words right out of my mouth. He's our unsung hero. He kind of keeps everybody together. He's a great leader in the locker room, great leader on the floor. He's a coach's dream. He's playing good basketball right now, and he understands his role. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he does it.
And not a bad free throw shooter either, right, Coach?
So far, so good.
Yeah. So this week, start of CAA play, 2 home games this week. You got Delaware tomorrow night, Friday night at 7 o'clock, and then Drexel on Sunday. Your team's feeling good about itself. How do you bring that feel-good mentality into the start of conference play? As you just mentioned, it's a whole new season.
Well, this is where you hope your veterans are gonna think like coaches and think like veterans, and understand that we've done well. But as I said earlier, we got a lot of things to work on, and these guys are excited about the conference play. I think they know that to do well in this conference, we're going to have to play a lot better than we played in these first 13 games.
And Delaware is an interesting team in the CAA. It's probably the one team that's played outside what maybe the predictions have said. They played obviously much better than that so far this year. 8 wins, some quality games, including they nearly beat Stony Brook as well. What have you seen from Delaware as you review them on film?
I really like their team. I think they're better without Ryan Daly, and I say that respectfully. But I think there's a great chemistry. Their talent level is the best that they've had. I mean, at least 4 of those spots, and I'm not going to mention names. I don't want the 5th guy to be upset with me. But at least 4 of those spots, the talent level is really strong. Not surprised that they've got these 8 wins. Played Maryland really tough too. It's a good ball club, and we're gonna have to play well if we want to get this done.
And then obviously with the start of CAA play, it's 2 games in 3 days now for the rest of the season. Sunday, no rest for the weary. You have Drexel, another longtime rival, coming in here. I know you don't like to talk about the team and what they do, but you obviously are familiar with Drexel. What do you see from the Dragons?
I would say a lot of the similar things I just said about Delaware. I mean, they've got some great wins. Playing some tough teams. They've played a tough schedule. I mean, they're just coming off at UConn, at Temple stretch, and that's a tough thing to do. Very well coached, and they have a local guy who's been one of the surprises of the freshman class in this league. So I know he'll be extra excited about playing that game.
And what's the key tomorrow night against Delaware? Obviously, it's a contrasting of styles.
It's a great question. You see me kind of making a face. I don't know how to answer it. We're still working on that. I mean, if there's one key, I don't know if I could pick it up. They're a very good offensive team. I guess we got to figure out a way to keep them from scoring 80 points a game because Delaware's got great balance, got a lot of guys that can score, and so our defense is going to have to be good.
Well, Coach, we wish you good luck this week. And now that we're in the CA swing, we'll talk to you again next week and review these two games and look ahead to Northeastern.
Exciting times. Exciting times. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll talk to you again next week here on the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich.